Now, for my next guest, a bit of a red letter day, I think, because something she's been looking forward to is releasing her story. Sophie Ward, who we've met several times on the afternoon programme, contracted Lyme disease, didn't you?
Yes,
several years ago now. Just remind us of the story and where you were when you got it.
Yeah, so I was actually at the Beijing Olympics watching my friends compete over there because my dream was to go to London 2012. So I'd gone out there to sort of soak up the atmosphere, get the feel for it all. And while we were there, my family and I sort of went sightseeing, and that's when I went to see the pandas, sort of got up close to the panda, came down with a fever, thought nothing of it, felt fine, was, treated with 2 days worth of antibiotics, came home, and then 4 years later started sort of declining rapidly in my health with different like migraines, food intolerances, joint pain, and all different symptoms.
I think it took the doctors a while to diagnose this for you.
Yeah, I was only diagnosed in 2017, so not really that long ago. And really it's sort of 9 years of going unknown really and going from doctor to doctor, not getting any answers, which for me was hard because I was declining. I'd lost my career. I felt like I was losing myself. And when your body's not bouncing back the same when you're used to being an athlete, it's very soul destroying.
And when you got the diagnosis finally, how did you feel with that? Because finally they'd given you something.
I was a bit clueless, to be fair. I hadn't heard of the disease before, so I thought, great diagnosis. I'll be 6 months, treatment. Great, I'll be back on it. I'll be fine. It wasn't until I did my own research and spoke to other patients and people also suffering that I realised this is a lifelong battle. This is going to be a long-term treatment programme. The battle's never going to end, really. And that's you had to sort of come to terms with the fact that your body's not going to be the same again and it's not going to bounce back. And it can either make you or break you, I think. But for me, I did have a few months where I sort of was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? This is awful. How can this happen? But you can't play the victim. You've got to pick yourself up. You've got to find a way of dealing with life and getting on with it, really. Because we only get one shot at life, so we can't waste time being miserable. Time's precious.
Yeah, you seem to be a sort of a glass half full person.
I'd like to think so.
And with that, I mean, you've sort of turned your attention to raising awareness, haven't you?
I have indeed, yes. Yeah. And, I love it because if I feel like I'm helping someone who feels at a loss because they've got Lyme disease and they've got no support, and maybe just reading my blogs or reading my book can help them relate and find comfort, that sort of makes me feel better. And also, raising awareness and just education is protecting and saving lives every day, and that's just a massive thing in itself as well.
And with that, you're doing a lot of fundraising, aren't you?
We are, yes. Yeah, my family and I are very big on trying to do fundraisers, and this year we've got 2 big ones planned at Wire Bank in Garstang. The first one will be an all-white ABBA night, and the second one will be a masked ball and a masquerade type thing. So tickets will be coming on sale soon, and we'll keep people up to date with that. But we're very, very excited.
Yeah, and by doing this and raising awareness, does that keep you focused and occupied then?
It definitely gets me up in the morning. It gives me my purpose back because I know that what I'm doing is doing good, and so there is my purpose. And even when I'm having my bad days, I just have to keep reminding myself of this. And, it does really motivate you. And when you get the feedback back from other people, that inspires you to keep going, even when you're having your worst day ever.
The book's out.
It
now.
is on Amazon.
It's been a very exciting day for you this
It
time,
has, yes. Yeah.
I've got a copy of it here. Just tell us where the story starts, and obviously it brings us right up to date with what you're doing now.
I wanted to sort of just brush over what Lyme disease is because a lot of people still don't really know much about it. So I just wanted to sort of, tell more people about it, educate them on the symptoms and raising awareness about it a bit more. And then obviously just going back through my school years, how I've dealt with situations, how I've dealt with, my swimming career and what I learnt from swimming, and then how I've rebuilt my life to now, and changing negatives into positives and just trying to take life what it is and make the best of it, really.
And what would be a typical day for you now, or is there not a typical day?
There's not really a typical day. I think there's obviously more tough days than others. Some days I'm pumped, ready to go, and it's easy to get out of bed and I can, function a bit better. The symptoms aren't so bad. And then there's other days where they're just debilitating and I can barely move and I just can't function at all. And my poor mum, who has to be my carer, has to sort of motivate me and drive me and help me in every way she can. And she is my angel, and I couldn't live without her. She's my number one, and she's my best friend, and we work well together. Wow. She has to deal with me, so.
You've done a few interviews, I think, today as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I did one just last night with Voice America, which was really, really great. So, of course, America, they're very big now on Lyme disease because it's in all 53 states over there. So to them, it's a big, big issue. So they're really, really pushing for change over there, because a lot of doctors over there get their licenses taken away because it's still not a recognised disease. So there's a lot of sort of upheaval, let's say, over there. So that's why, they sort of enjoy getting our perspective on what we're doing in the UK and, around the world, because it is a global threat.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the interview?
Yeah, I really did. Yeah, it was really a lot of fun.
And now, of course, it's promoting the book, isn't it?
Yes.
Where can people get hold of the book if they're
It's
interested?
on Amazon, in paperback and Kindle format, so whichever way people prefer to read it.
No doubt you'll be doing a few signing sessions, eh?
Well, hopefully, if it takes off and people want to see me, that'd be lovely.
Well, lovely to chat to you as ever. Thanks for popping in.
Thank you so much.
The book is out now. If you want further details, it's Sophie Ward, In the Limelight, The Journey of Acceptance and Rediscovery. We'll put them all the details on Lancashire Action 0345 305 9000. We'll head to the news at 3. This is the beautiful South and Rotterdam.